Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to it.
Good morning to the folks. What up to the youngins and bless up to the world.
And then Tay just puts your info on blast like that.
It's what the people want to know, bro. My bad.
Nah, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to it. It is the Morning Shake with me, your host, Xavier. And of course, I have now two co-hosts. My co-host to the right, Mr. J. Paris. What's happening?
What's Gucci? It's good to be back. Good morning to the folks. What's up to the youngins and bless up to the world. It's your boy, J. Paris. We coming to you live on this beautiful Monday morning from Johannesburg, South Africa. It's the Morning Shake powered by The Inside Show, and it's one of the best podcasts in the world.
Let's get into it. And of course, our brand new co-host over to the left, none other than Cola Pops. Ladies and gentlemen.
Guys, please can we have the pop 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 pop? That's what my sound effect needs to be. Good morning, guys. Welcome to the Morning Shake. I don't have much to say. I'm just so ready to get into the show. How are you guys doing?
We good. I think I want to ask a question like, what are some of the things that help you have a good weekend? Just to get the show going. What are some of those things? You know, people say, the weekend went so quick, it's Monday already. And you look back, it's like, yo, you wasted your Saturday and Sunday. What are some of the things you all do?
What, to make sure that you got a good weekend?
Yeah, just a good weekend and that you rested well. You just maxed it out.
Bro, I try and not do much on a Saturday. I try to like purposely tell myself that, okay, bro, it's Saturday. Relax. Don't have to wake up early. Don't have to go somewhere. Take it easy. And I purposely have to tell my mind that just so I can take a breather, because rest is also important. You can't just be running around like a headless chicken, because you actually rest is part of the what do you call it, the resume or whatever. What do you call that? Like your
use
process.
Big words.
It's part of your process, so you have to rest. And I was watching that Erling Haaland interview, and they were asking him like, yo, how do you prep for games? And it was like, yo, sleep for an athlete is a thing. Yeah, because your body is like your thing that you use. And resting is like recharging your body. So you have to like kind of rest.
So you just on like the tube on Saturdays?
Nah, Saturdays I don't even want to really touch my phone. Saturdays I want to do mindless stuff. I want to like go out, clean the garden a bit, clean the back porch, wash the car, like do something that's not going to require me to think or focus on something. So that's therapy for me, washing the car, cleaning the yard.
Cola's looking at you on something like, yo,
it's like a therapeutic exercise.
I know Cola's like, get the bag, we're hustling out here.
Look, I'm always hustling. But weekends for me is more family. Like, then I can really spend like the whole day with my daughter and we go play games. Like, I get into it. Like, maybe we go to Gold Reef and we go to the game section. And we'll go spend like an hour, 2 hours just playing games where you're shooting like aliens or all of those things. It's super fun. It plays with her hand-eye coordination. Maybe I'll cook something, and then it's just vibes and making sure everything is like set up for the week. I like to plan ahead. So I'm never stressed. You know what I mean? I know exactly what's going to happen every day this week, bar how many orders I'll maybe be packing this week. Further than that, I think something very fundamental for me on the weekend is church. If I don't go to church, everything just seems out of whack. Because then I also get to spend time with my sisters. I get to see my brother. I get to see my nieces. So then it's that extra family time. So it's quality time with my daughter, even though I get that every day. And I make sure, like, when she comes home, that's all. It's just about her. But on weekends, it's let's go out. Because during the week, I don't go out. But then it's like, let's go out. We go to a park. We go play. You know, just get out there and just let our hair loose. Firstly, it's family. It's quality time with my daughter. Church. More time with family. Eating liquor food. And chill vibes.
Now that's dope, but we obviously going to get into some more like hectic, serious stuff, as you know the topic is for those of you that hopped on board. But speaking about the weekend, the Bokke, the Rugby World Cup started on Friday evening, and yesterday, obviously, our beloved country played against Scotland, and we won. Now we whipped them in actual fact.
Now we did whip them. Yeah, bro. So
I've been watching, bro.
Yeah, so rugby is obviously one of those. I always say that rugby is like our private school student, and then soccer is like our Sha. This one, you know, they're there, but we don't really take them seriously. And to the point where, like, we were having this convo yesterday where Bafana was playing and nobody even cared, nobody even knew, but it wasn't even really when Bokke plays. You see that checker 60-60 car motorbikes with all the Bokke flags on. You see them operating and moving and things happening and people wearing their outfits and people painting their faces, and it's like a vibe, bro, when we play. And the reason for that, for me personally, is because when it comes to rugby in our country, there's a lot of diversity. Like, they've gotten kind of that diversity aspect right better than soccer did, right? So anyone can argue that it's probably not all the way as good as it should be. Anyone can argue that, you know what, maybe it's not all the way how it should really be as far as the quotas and the racial ratios and all that. But the truth of the matter is rugby is in a better space than soccer is, right? Soccer has just become a political thing. It's just become like we get who we want to. It's, you know, the fact that it's based on merit is like iffy. You're not really sure if it is based on merit, if it's just based on race, if it's based on whatever the case might be. And also personally, I know of a lot of like my family that went into soccer that plain down couldn't make it simply because of race. Not because they were bad or because they couldn't play or whatever. Just it was a racial issue. So rugby, we now have a bunch of black guys, a bunch of brown guys, a bunch of white guys. And if it's based on merit, that's the result you're going to get. We're literally the best team in the world. So it just shows you what we're capable of as South Africans when we actually put our best foot forward. Bro.
It was so disheartening to see the whole Bafana thing, like them playing on Saturday. And bear in mind, it was absolutely free.
And people still didn't know.
Was free.
And it was in a smaller stadium.
I just found out they played right now. Like, I was not, I found out like now.
And some people are saying, nah, they didn't do enough marketing and so forth. But it's not even to do with marketing.
I don't think people
want to
go.
I
don't think people want to go.
Bro, I think even if they mark, people are not market. People don't care, bro.
But you heard this. I don't know if you guys heard on the news this morning. As I was driving, one of our players got injured yesterday at one of the games. Yeah. I don't know, how do you say his name? Edson Berth. He got an injury after yesterday's win. So they're obviously watching. He's got a shoulder injury. Issue. So now they're obviously doing assessments and everything to see how he's
But
doing.
look, our rugby team's got a bunch of substitutions,
Reserves,
right?
yeah.
They got like, bro, we have a good rugby team. To the point where they can literally swap out half the team and put a whole fresh half in. And it will still be dope.
We're obviously current world champions, and I think we're definitely gonna try our best. I hope we actually retain it. But one thing that was actually whack for me on the Friday evening, a lot of people's been speaking about it. So you know the whole opening ceremony and all of that. They had Dan Carter, an ex-New Zealand player, come out and like open the cup. And for us it was like, yo, but we the champions.
We the champions.
Why is it like Brian Abana or something? You know, showcasing the thing. So that was a bit, I guess rugby also has a bit
like,
of politics.
think about it, guys.
So
At the end of the day, if we nitpick and we can find something wrong. We can find something to
that
complain
is
about.
wrong, though.
No, that is wrong.
That's
we are
wrong.
the champions.
That's wrong.
We literally are the champions. They should have
You see,
consulted
we're getting
us.
heated. At the end of the day,
It's
we're
wrong.
the champions. It's like if you know you are something, you don't need other people to say A, B, and C. We know we're the champions. So why are we fighting it? Shame. Maybe they needed some airtime, guys.
Especially New Zealand, the fact they
Shame.
also lost
why
against the
can't we
host
be
France.
humble like that and be like, shame?
But bro, New Zealand,
we know who we are as a
Zealand
country.
New Zealand is also on the top, like in the top
but
5.
we're number one. That's
We
the
are
difference.
number 1, but
New
they
Zealand
are
is
biggest competitor. Yeah,
New Zealand is
if we play New Zealand, it's like a thing.
Don't. It's
So
okay.
it's
okay.
it's
we're the
again,
best.
it's one of those kind of like But yeah, for me, I think as South Africans, bro, I think if we can just cut out all the division and all of those elements, at the end of the day, and we stand together and we actually unite behind one vision and one dream and one goal. If everything works like that, the church works like that, the company works like that, a marriage works like that, anything works like that. If we can actually unite behind a common purpose and actually just focus on that thing, we can be like the Bokke is literally the personification of what our country can be. If we stop with all the corruption, all the untidiness, and actually just focus and say, okay, right, let's get this thing done and let's do it properly. Let's involve everyone. Let's make everyone feel at home. Let's make everyone feel comfortable. Let's get this done. I think, bro, we're capable of
Apparently
killing
even with Bafana, there's like one dad that's sponsoring boots and all of that. So now his kid has to play.
Are you joking?
Nah, yesterday I was in the Uber. Bro, do you think that's a far-fetched? Do you think that's a far-fetched
Bro,
thing?
that's sponsoring. It sounds like it's a freaking high school soccer team here where the father comes. Okay, guys, I'm gonna sponsor 5 kids with some boots.
My kid needs to.
But it's true. You look at it and there's favoritism in all kinds of sports. You see it in school. But to hear it on this level, I mean, that's why we laughed. I think it's a joke. That's why people aren't supporting Bafana, because everything around it is a joke. We know talented players. All of us around this room, we actually know people that can take South Africa to the next level, despite the color of their skin. But
the color of the skin is a thing.
It's a thing.
That is literally a thing. And if you look at the last time our South African football team was actually a thing, was when it was mixed, bro. When they had everyone playing, when they had Mark Fish and we had
in 97
bro.
with
Benny McCarthy, Mark Fish, Shoes Mshweu, when it was a nice, diverse team. And everyone
that's
was
when
getting
South
a chance
Africans
to play.
actually still loved each other. That's when we were all like vibing, we were like, things were quiet. Now, each man for
Now
himself.
it's a thing, bro.
Yeah, but we don't want to obviously throw any shade or shadow on the Bokke. That's Bafana for you. Well, up to the Bokke, I think we definitely can, make something happen and do something big in this World Cup. We're rooting for you guys, and we know that we're definitely destined for greatness.
Alright, okay, so I think let's get into it because of the sake of time, we got like 50 minutes and the conversation we're about to hop in on is, it can go into it, like we can really get deep into it. There's a bunch going on, there's a bunch of videos online debunking this, debunking that, da. But I guess for everyone watching on YouTube, thank you so much for joining us. I see already Kyle is on, Nathan is already on, Jay's gonna hop into the comments in a second. But comment section, right? Please do engage in the conversation. We want to have a conversation. At points, it will probably get heated. It will get passionate. That's how we are. We're passionate people. We speak that way. We get excited. The energy is like that. But please remember, after the conversation, it's all love. After the conversation, when we leave the studio here, we're still in the dope vibes. We still speak. We still everything.
Facts. I don't think we can lose our friendship if it's flat. We no more friends.
Yeah, but this is one of those conversations that's gonna like push us, guys. So understand the volume might go from here to like
there,
here,
especially
and
with
like,
me and Nico.
We already agreed. We're staying friends because we're allowed to disagree on something.
Exactly.
But what I do want to ask you guys, if you're watching live on YouTube, if you are on TikTok, I want you to put if you believe the earth is round or
I was
flat.
just gonna actually ask that.
Put that in
just
the comments.
Put in the comments.
Just see.
Just say round flat. There's about 15 people now on this thing here. But say round, say flat, so we can also see where kind of you
guys,
stand.
engage with us. Tell us what you think. Like, do you really believe the earth is a globe?
Okay.
Or do
So
you
let's
think it's flat?
let's get straight into it, right? And so a couple of weeks ago, Nicole and I were having this conversation, and we were talking about a bunch of different things, conspiracies, what people think is conspiracies, what people think is true, and then the whole back and forth with the whole COVID, with everything, blah 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 blah. And then we realized we agreed on a lot, right? And then she mentioned something that made me go, dun, 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 dun. I was like, hold up, wait a second, I don't agree with you on that one. And then we were like, all right, so let's have that conversation.
Yeah,
and
I think
again,
we actually should have had that. Yo, check this out.
Yo, check this out.
Should've
Yeah,
been-
so we had that, like, so then we were like, okay, wait, there's a thing that we're not on the same page with here. Let's kind of have that conversation. But again, we agreed. And then we were going back and forth. Should we have it? Should we not have it? Should we have it on the show? Should we kind of keep that to the side? Then we were like, you know what? We content creators at the end of the day, man. We gotta have these conversations and we gotta have it live and we gotta have to speak about it, right? So Nathan thinks it's flat. Lucretia thinks it's round.
Sorry, I
Kaylin
can't see
thinks
the
it's
other
round.
comments over there, so I'll just go with everybody in my feed is saying that it's flat.
And you'd be wrong because everyone in your comments on that video was like, what's wrong with us? Woman, is she mad?
Of course, those are the people that don't know me, you see.
Alright, so let's get into it, right? So at the moment we got 2 round, 1 flat, but let's see as it progresses. Guys, please do drop your comments in the comment section. Round, flat. Just let us know what you guys think. So we got into this conversation, right? And so for me personally, I'm obviously on the side of round, right? And I'm on the side of round based on various thought processes and obviously based on various evidences that actually show that it's round, which Nico will obviously refute in a section. And and again, when you begin to actually research when people say it's round or flat, the research shows that it's vastly understood and believed and accepted that it's round, right? Majority of the world accepts that it's round. Majority of the planet accepts that if the sun is round, the moon is round, then the earth is round. Majority of the world accepts the pictures that is shown by the Hubble Space Telescope, that's shown by our satellites and everything. So majority of the world accepts that, right? And
But
then
that's
also
obviously also because of over the years, school and everything we've been
school,
taught.
all of those things, dope, right? And then also it started in 378 BC, where the first scientist actually put a stick in the ground, and then a couple of kilometers down the field, he put another stick in the ground, and he realized that the shadows are changing, and then he realized, okay, so that means there's some sort of sphere going on here, and then he researched it, and then he ended up seeing that, okay, cool, if we are going to continue multiplying this number over and over and over, at some point we're going to get a circle, right? And so then there's the whole Christopher Columbus thing of it. They thought it was flat originally, then they sailed around the globe and realized, okay, it's actually round. So it's vastly understood that it's round. If you Google it, if you research it, if you ask whatever, the first thing that's going to pop up is that it's round, right? So for me personally, that is what the world now believes, including myself. So with that said, the burden of proof is not on me to convince someone that it's round. It's on the flat earthers to convince me, or to convince the world, that everything they believe, that all science, all seasons, all whatever it is that we have come to understand and know, that the sun comes up and it goes down, that's all a lie, and this is now the truth. So the burden of proof now would lie on Nicole to tell us why she believes it's
Before
flat.
we do anything, firstly, Jay, round or flat? What team are you on?
Yo.
Jay said he wants to mediate.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna mediate, but the truth is, obviously, when you do a lot of research,
Forget the research. Where do you stand? Yes or no?
I grew up believing it's round. Like I
Okay,
grew up
fair
like,
enough,
yo,
me
sun,
too.
Mercury, Venus, Earth, my whole solar
Fair
system,
enough.
and so
What do you
forth.
believe right now? Is it flat or round?
I think
At the end, we'll ask the same question.
I think I have questions regarding both.
Okay.
I have questions regarding both, but to answer your question, I think because you grow up and all of that, I do believe it's
Okay, that's
round.
fine. Okay, Zakes, before I even go on, guys, I want you guys to understand, I'm not here to prove it's flat. I'm not here to convince anyone.
Lie.
This is my thought. This is what I think. This is the research I've done, and I've done a lot of research for a couple of years. So it's not that I just came with this last week or last year. It's been a couple of years already, and it's not something that you openly want to discuss or talk to people about, because 10 to 1 people are gonna debate you. People get upset because our world views are different. It's like I can maybe support one political party and you support another, and because we are different, because we are not on the same page, it's like we're enemies. And that's not how it is. So when he said, I need to prove it, I don't need to prove it. I believe what I believe, he believes what he believes.
I don't think both of you need to prove it. I mean, what
I
difference
feel
does
like
it
we're
make?
having this conversation because my people want to see it. I made a claim and people are like, okay, give me some evidence. Because I could say one thing and it could convince you. He could say something and it could convince you. You know
But
what
like
I mean?
both parties.
Today I'm in serious debate
I
mode
can
today.
see
You know,
it, bro.
when Xavier brings out a notepad, guys, it's going
Since
down.
when did you have a diary, bro, and write?
Bro, I've been having a diary, bro. You don't know my personal life like that.
Like, oh, yeah.
Nah, bro,
No, I think it's because he doesn't. It's kind of like, it's like a battle right now, because if you come with a book, then you must know.
No, I want to jot down your points just now that you're going to convince
Oh,
us.
don't worry. I said you have all the things. Are you going to put it on the screen?
Yeah, we can put it on.
Okay, so,
What's it, pictures?
well, the first one, you can just go to Flat Earth logo.
Okay, hold on.
But I think let's get into it.
Yeah,
Let's
no,
get
that's
into
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
I
we're getting into
want
it.
people
Get
to
into
see
it.
it.
So
If
which
you
one do you
can
want?
please put
Yep.
Flat Earth logo on.
Which one is that? That's one, yeah, no?
It says Flat Earth logo, yes.
Okay.
So as soon as it's on the screen, I want to wait for it to be on the YouTube so everybody can see.
If it's on there, it will be on there. Remember, we got a delay on our side. There's a bit of a.
Okay, go back. Not that one.
This thing skipped now. It's playing. Hey, yo, how do you go back? Yeah. Alright. Okay. Cool. Are we on? Yeah, it's on, Nicole.
All right.
They can
So from that side, I want Jay to also turn around and please have a look at what you're looking at right over there. Is some of the biggest corporations, brands, companies, whatever of the world.
Hey, yo, wait. Is this thing switching?
Just
Yeah,
press
just
pause.
press pause, bro.
I did press pause. That's why I don't understand.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, it is, bro.
See, it's playing. It's playing.
Okay,
even while you press it.
go to previous. Sorry guys, we're having some technical difficulties
Nah, man, I
with
pressed
the
pause,
TV.
Because look now, it's opening.
Yeah, bro. So
Pause.
press it.
express it. No?
There we go.
That's dope.
But it will end up. Okay, let's go.
Nah, it's
No,
dope,
it
nah,
won't.
bro.
Okay, so can you, somebody, and now I'm asking you because this is a back and forth, we're going to discuss it. I want to know why some of the biggest companies, brands, organizations in the world happen to use the flat earth map as their logo.
Alright, so I can explain that, right? Because I actually did my research on this. The United Nations, what they did was they took the globe, right? And to try and make it onto a 2D image, because even if you have a map in your school, you can have the globe and show. But if you have a map to try and show something like how old school maps used to be, that you actually have to fold open and see where you're going and how you're moving around, you would have to have a way to somehow print it or to somehow represent it. Because surely you can't be walking with a 3D logo on your T-shirt here when you're wearing a T-shirt, right? Or when you're putting it onto a document or you're putting it onto... So what they did was they actually took that logo and they obviously flattened it out and then they've used that as a logo.
Yeah, I was just about to say
This
on
is,
that.
this is a 2D. This is exactly what you're talking about. They could have made the exact same logo as they do all the maps that they print in the world. So why use the flat earth model
Yeah, that
as
is the
their
flat.
thing? Because this is exactly what they could have done. Here's all the countries.
Okay, so why do you say they used it?
Because the earth is flat and they know it.
Okay, so you say that they believe it's flat, so they use that as the logo.
See, one thing that I'm going to obviously get into, certain things that they are all part of, all of these specific countries, they all signed specific treaties, right? That they all signed it. We are all not allowed to go and exploit. And it's these very same organizations that have this particular logo. Not one of them have this logo.
What country?
So you saying that we've what schools have been teaching us is BS and
100%
wrong.
wrong. Even if you
Like
go and
growing
buy a
up-
globe, like if you go and buy a globe model anywhere, at the bottom it will say this is just for reference purposes. It's not actually what it is. And they will put things in plain sight.
But why would they be teaching us this wrong information? What difference do you think it would make?
If
I
I'm
know
a-
the whole government thing, like Kylie's even saying the government says it's round, so I'm skeptical. I know that whole thing, but
think about it. We grow up believing certain things all our lives. If your parents say something, you believe it, right? Until you get older, like, and I'll use a simple example. I was told when I was younger, if you eat seeds, like from a watermelon, a plant's gonna grow in your stomach. And I feared for my life. One day, I swallowed a seed and I wanted to die. I was like, oh my word, I'm going to get a watermelon, my stomach, and all of you believe what you are told until you grow up and you learn something different. You learn, okay, it's not true. But that's what we've been taught all our lives from school. So we become, and I want to say it like puppets in believing. Look what happened with COVID. We believed it. There was fear instilled in people. Only after a couple of months we realized, hey, and look, people aren't actually falling over in our streets, but it's what we told from leaders, from governments, politicians, whoever it is. We believe it because they are in positions of authority. We're supposed to rely on them. They're supposed to be honest with us. So I question everything now.
yeah, but there's certain agendas, obviously, that
Of
we
course.
do know when it comes to the whole COVID situation.
But not
Why do you
just
think
the
these
COVID thing.
agendas are
Not
based
just
on
the COVID thing.
the round earth?
Any and everything globally that is spoken or told to us as the people, as just the normal people, I don't believe them. Because there is an agenda. There is a God of this world. There is somebody above the people, the richest people in the world, controlling everything. So they want to hide the truth of God's creation. God
Okay.
made the earth at the
So
end of the day.
question. So you were saying that we're not allowed to exploit, we're not allowed to see it. That's utterly false. You can actually book a cruise to the North Pole, and there's people who go there all the time. They book actual boat cruises, and they actually go there, and they see it, and
Yeah,
they
you
take
can
pictures
go.
there, and they fly drones there,
Yeah.
and they do all sorts. There's no
100%.
army base, there's no...
Sure.
There's no people standing around.
Sure.
There's no nothing. 100% sure.
Sure. No, I'm agreeing with you. You
100%
can, you
sure.
can definitely
So
take
that-
a tour there.
so
I know you can take a tour there.
So next point.
No, not next point. I'm allowed to now discuss what you said.
Okay.
I can go to a place, but do I have access to everything there? If it's a guided tour, why do you think it's there? It's an eye blind. It's, no, you can come. Let's debunk it. Even Mr. Beast went. He was literally allowed to only go in a specific place. You cannot go further. They tell you where you can stay. There's people with you all
But that's
the
not
time.
true. People go there.
Yes, I'm
people
telling
go and
you.
they can go as far as they like.
I'm
There's
agreeing with you. People
there's
can
no
go there.
Because the truth is, by now, the reality of the matter is, with all the technology we have, with all the planes and helicopters and things, I bet you $1 billion. Someone would have taken someone would have taken a helicopter by now and flown
You're not
to
allowed
the ice wall.
Yeah, what do you call that thing? How do you pronounce it? The Antarctica thingy?
The Antarctic Treaty.
Yes.
Around the
Even
that
that
people are
Arctic
saying
treaty,
like
It's the ice
NASA
wall.
is there with, and like if you
There's literally ships there. There's regions.
But there isn't.
No,
the reality of the matter is
if you
there
go
isn't.
and read the Antarctic Treaty, that's
I've
the
read
thing.
it and it doesn't say anything about there's
so you
ships
believe there's like
and
people there at the edge of the
guarding
earth with
there.
guns and because that's what
Because
they say.
it's
No,
flat.
they there with guns.
I've literally read
You
that
come there with
because
the
I
knew you
they're
were gonna
shoot
talk
you
about
down.
that treaty.
Like what
Guys,
is that?
Guys, we
Who
cannot
spend
scream.
their lives on the edge of the earth chilling and guarding?
Guys, understand something. There's a treaty and all countries around the world have signed it. Go and listen to what Putin said.
Yeah, but
Putin
what is the treaty
allow me
about?
no, you have to allow me to speak. If
Go
you're
for
not
it.
going to let me speak, I'm not going to talk.
Go for it.
Right. So there's a treaty that these countries signed saying we are not allowed to explore there. There is countless people. And because you've researched wanting to debate me, you haven't actually seen all the people around the world that have gone to try and explore this. If you go and look at the ships, the military bases, each country, it's split into 4. There's different regions. If you go in whatever direction and you get to a certain point, you are turned around by military. I've seen the videos, and unfortunately, I don't have a plane to fly there. But even flight patterns, we're going to speak about flight patterns and why you can't fly there. Why, if you go onto Google Maps and you try and do the circumference of these things, it does not match. But the difficult thing in having a conversation like this is, it's like, I don't want to win. I just want to open your eyes to the reality, and I want you to actually go and do the research. Like, I can share the videos with you, and it's people in a helicopter, they're flying, and you see the ice wall. It's not that I'm making it up, it's just a random thing. There is a treaty in place, and if I'm going to lie to you, and I'm going to make something, am I going to put it in... and I'm gonna write in the treaty, I made this treaty so that nobody can explore, so they can't see the firmament, so they can't see the end, and we can't actually leave Earth, and I'm not gonna put all of that there. I'm gonna put it in a way just like the government does.
So you believe that the sun isn't in the center of the
Hold on, bro.
system.
Wait, we're gonna get
the
there.
sun is
wait,
actually rotating.
We're gonna
The
get
sun
there.
is local. It's
Hold
in
on.
our system. Yeah.
I'm gonna get there, right? Because there's the fact that it's flat doesn't make sense on all areas, right? So here's another point. There is literally no military base in Antarctica. There literally is not.
How do you know? Have you been there?
Because there isn't.
No, but I'm gonna ask the question.
Is there pictures?
Answer
There's
yes
a
or no.
I've never been there, obviously,
Okay.
clearly. But
Jay's
you
never
haven't
been
been there
there.
either.
I haven't been
So
there.
you can't definitively say that there is one
And
there.
you can't definitively say that there isn't.
But I can because...
You see, no, you can't.
But
if
you
we
can.
haven't seen it with our own eyes, if we haven't gotten, and this is
You
not
can
us
go onto
fighting.
Google, ne?
Hold on, let me speak. If I haven't been able to go there and see it with my own eyes, and you haven't seen it with your own eyes, then both of us have no proof.
Then what's
But
the-
Correct?
then what's the
no,
point of
there
the
is
show?
proof. There is 100% proof.
Then
And I'll,
what's
sh-
the point
and
of
I'll
the
show
You're
show?
you.
gonna show me proof, and then I'm gonna show you proof,
And
then
that's
we're
and
gonna
that's
debunk
okay.
each other.
That's just to answer Jimmy Don't. He asked if the Earth is flat, can I jump off the Earth into space? Now you'll get shot, bro.
You actually
Based
won't
off-
get shot. Look,
Based
it's
off-
guarded. You can't go there. Why? Because there's certain things that is gonna prove God's word. And at the end of the day, why I started it with that, they are trying to disprove everything. Look at what China's doing now. They're trying to change the Bible. Why change the truth? Why fool people into believing? Because if you can believe that the Bible is true with all the scientific research that has been done, people are always, oh no, the Bible isn't factual, it isn't this. But there's so many facts, things that have been proven. This is just one other thing that they are trying to lie about.
Yeah, but all those points that you are making is all points based on morality that scientists are trying to disprove, right? The point that we come from apes is trying to disprove the existence of God.
Exactly.
The point that they were pushing COVID was trying to force a narrative on us for control, for financial gain. There was all motives behind those points. There is no motive behind the point whether this thing is round or flat. There's literally no reason. The point that they're trying to push with the aliens, we know that during the end times we're going to be raptured. So they're trying to explain where Christians are all going to disappear to one day when God fetches us and zoop, we vanish into the sky. So now obviously they're shoving the alien narrative down our throats. When it comes to the flat earth, there's literally no concrete point to be made to force us to believe that it's flat or round.
But no one's
I want to ask a question.
No, but you, by your standard, you saying that the world is, they're telling us that it's round. They are forcing us to believe. They're showing it in schools. They're showing us a globe. They're showing us these satellite images of the earth. So whenever the government pushes an agenda, they're pushing it for a reason. When they push the LGBT agenda, they force it in schools. They force it all over the place. There's an agenda behind why they are forcing it. There is no reason to force the fact that it's round.
According
I
to
want to ask both of your questions, and can we go into those something now, bro?
No, not yet. Wait, bro. I first want to.
Do you before? Okay,
I
before
first want to hear her point
okay.
so that I can obviously must now rebut it or.
So I'll answer the question again, because you are saying that there is no reason that they would lie about this, but there is.
What?
If I look, I'm using my own eyes. They want us to not be free thinkers. Sorry, you must be a free thinker, and if you don't, like at school, there's one right answer. Now, I'm always going to use different examples to help you understand. At school, there's one right answer. If you get it wrong, you're going to fail. They want to see how you got to point A. They tell you how to think. They tell you how to behave. If you step out of line, you get into trouble. And this is from a young age. You get to high school, same thing. You get into the workspace. You have to dress a certain way, be there a certain time. If not, you're going to get punished. They make us think. They prepare us. From a young age, you are prepared to be a worker. So with your own mind, and you look at the horizon, you can see it's flat. If you are in a plane and you look out the window, you can see it is flat. When they show us satellite pictures and whatever, when they are on the space station, why don't they use a normal camera? Because we've seen
They
it.
do use a
Hold
normal
on.
camera.
You need to allow me to
Okay,
speak.
go for it.
You see, there's different footage. You will see certain footage. Whatever you're researching, you're going to find. But when I'm researching, I'm seeing both sides. Remember, I also used to believe it was round. So when I see and I hear things like fisheye lens, do you know what a fisheye lens is?
Yes, we in the world.
So when I hear and I see first one video showing it's flat from space, right? Then they quickly chop and change it, and then it's a fisheye lens, then there's a curve. That makes me question things. And that's all I'm trying to, and I'm going to say it the whole time because we're going to get heated, is that I want you to think differently. People lie. These governments lie about everything. So whether you can say, whatever it is, I just don't believe what they tell me because I use my own eyes. I'm a free thinker. I can see with my eyes it's flat if I'm in a plane. I know pilots. First,
Remember,
I
also know
people say
I
that
also
this is
know
round.
pilots, and
I
I've told
know-
actually my pilot.
Hold
wanna-
on,
I wanna
let
ask
me
a
speak.
question.
Wait. I know
Okay, but
pilots.
you have to let us
Yeah,
also because
Yeah,
it's
but
already
I'm
half
not
past.
done.
Okay, go for it.
Right, so I asked them, there's pilots around the world that have literally said it's flat. Then I can ask you this rotation. We're rotating 1,000 miles an hour. Now tell me, how does a plane land if it's rotating? Are we landing the same direction? Are we going the same speed as it? Or is the earth all of a sudden flat when we're landing a plane? Or does because then why doesn't a plane just go up and then just blow there? And then the earth is rotating so fast.
Jesse actually brought up a dope point. I don't know if you want to come say it, but can I say it, bro? Yeah, Jesse brought up a dope point of he was saying that when he traveled to Brazil, it was quicker getting there than coming back. It was like an hour.
Even if
because
you
it's
travel to-
rotating this way and
even-
and the
That's actually the wind.
No, it's not the wind. And even
So
so,
the
the
wind
so
made
the
him-
wind
and
the
he said when
wind
he
knows
came-
the wind knows that you flying at 5:30 from South Africa to Brazil, and then
That
it's
is
pushing
that's a very
Right?
silly way of putting it.
So
the wind
no,
is
just
the wind.
hold on. Give me a second, right? Because the wind, the Bible says it even like this, and we can get into the argument, right? The Bible says that you don't know, when he spoke to Job, you don't know which way the wind is even coming from and where it's blowing, right? Science can show which way it can blow and how storms form and tornadoes form and all that. Even if you fly to Australia, and here's the thing, right? I've flown international many times. There were times I've flown twice a year to America, to Australia, to different countries. You're literally flying into a different time zone. You are literally flying into a daytime or a nighttime, right? And I want to actually show this. But because I actually want to get into some of my points actually that I want to make, because now already we're half past and we knew that this conversation was gonna.
Yeah, but
Is
do
it
we
gonna
have
go
to,
on?
do we
Jump
have
into
to
time.
make it an hour? This isn't a 5-minute conversation.
It's not a 5-minute conversation,
But let's
I
go.
guess
We can always just like add on.
because there's so
another
many there's
So many points.
and there's so many things that if you're going to believe in flat earth, that's going to fly in the face of what we see every day and fly in the face of reality. It's easy to answer that if you see the horizon it looks flat. It's easy to answer that because the earth is very, very big. The size of the whole thing is big. And there's actually a guy that took a camera that can zoom in lens. And I was looking for the picture and I couldn't find it. I had it last week, but
I've got
I
the
struggled
video.
to find it. Where he zooms in, when he zooms into a basketball, and he zooms so far in that eventually it becomes flat. And that's how it shows that even if you go further and further back, it still looks flat until you, as far as possible, where you actually, and the further that you actually start going, you do begin to see the curvature. And obviously, as you have to go very far to see that the whole thing is actually round. And so here's the truth of the matter, right? The truth of the matter is, and we can get into biblical conversation also just now. The truth is, when you begin to look into the conspiracies that NASA is lying and they want us to believe, I'm on the same page with you. I don't just believe everything I see, and I don't just believe everything I hear. And you say that when you look with your eyes, you must be able to see, right? When I look with my eyes, I can see the sun rising and I can see the sun setting, right? Which is a conversation we'll have, and I can see you smiling because you already have an answer for it, right? You can see that when the sun sets, you can literally see that it dips behind something, right? It doesn't just float off into the abyss. It literally at 5:30, if you go outside, everyone that's watching the show, go outside at 5:30 this afternoon and watch the sunset. You can literally see, let's say it sets at 5:30, right? It's called golden hour. Videographers know this, photographers know this. You go take golden hour pictures for weddings and whatever, because that's when the sun is busy setting. Then we even know where it rises and where it sets as far as the east and the west, right? We know all these things, which furthermore proves that it's round. And I'm going to show just now why I believe that it's round and how that you're going to have to bend science to make it flat, right? Then now you see it dropping. So we know for a fact that we can see with our naked eyes. Another thing we can see with our naked eyes is that the moon is a sphere. Another thing that we can see with our naked eyes is that the sun is a sphere. Now the question begs, why would God do this where he makes this round, that round, that round? My father has a telescope on his balcony, right? I have literally looked into that telescope and seen Saturn. You can see it with a telescope. It's round and it has the rings around it. So if you can literally see these things, a second ago you argued things that you can see with your eyes, right? We can see these things with our eyes. So the question will then beg, how is this round, that round, and this is flat? Then we can go to the biblical argument that they thought it was flat at certain times because they didn't have the technology we now have. We have drones, we have satellites, we have planes, we have helicopters. We have so much technology that has improved over the past 20, 30 years with the big boom that we've had in technology. That shows us and that proves to us that things that we can see. So if you're going to say they're lying to us, then you're going to have to say that satellites is a lie. You're going to have to say all these elements are lies. And then that's now stretching it.
You see, okay, so you saying, I'm not saying that I'm lying or you lying or anything. You're going to make the argument based on the information that you've received, that you've researched, right?
No, based on the actual images and the things
but it's what you've researched. It's what scientists and stuff have told you.
No, they didn't tell us. They literally sent
So
a camera. Exactly. They
Okay,
sent
okay.
a camera
Okay, wait.
into
So they
orbit
proved it.
and it shows it.
Okay, so they sent the satellite into orbit. And they use satellites for GPS and for signal and all that, right? No. There's actually cables under the ocean that gives us...
The transatlantic.
That literally
connects.
gives us signal and all that. It's already also been proven. But now they say it's signal, yet right now in South Africa, there's 2 cables under the ocean that's affecting all of our Wi-Fi, our signal and all that. It proves we do have satellites, no doubt. I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I'm not saying it's not there. But what they say it is for can be debatable, right? We're not getting into that. I'm just putting my points in because you actually spoke about a lot. We can't bring the biblical things in just yet because we're only speaking about a fraction of it. We need to speak about we need to speak about the firmament. We need to speak about the foundation of the earth.
Let's speak about those things.
Wait, we need to first carry on with where you were. Okay. because I'm going to say it again, you do your research based on wanting to prove what the scientists have said, what we've learned all our lives, what we know, because there's so much evidence. We've learned this all our lives, the solar system. So answer me this. If this is true, on NASA's website, why isn't there an actual photo from space of the whole Earth?
There is.
No, there isn't. Those are all CGI, and it's on their website.
No, it's not CGI.
Say.
There is literally
NASA says
there is literally videos of the actual Earth. There's no videos.
The whole thing. The whole Earth.
Why is there no videos of a flat Earth from somewhere?
Hold on. I'm asking you, is there an actual photo? We've got phones now. Is there an actual photo taken from space that we can see the whole Earth as a globe? And I'm asking you that not...
But most of the stuff online obviously does show that the Earth is round.
No, but if you go onto NASA's website, because they give us the pictures of the Earth, and on there it says it's CGI. If you take that
picture...
It's
not CGI, it's a real... There's literally a guy that shows the actual pictures with the timestamps and the actual... What camera lens was used, what zoom the camera was on. He used the Nikon...
Can you get that for me? Just quickly, like just on your PC, if you can just Google it.
Here's a picture from NASA, from the space station.
Okay, which
right?
picture am I looking at? That one. That's not the whole Earth. That's just a fraction of the Earth.
Yeah, but it shows that it's round. It's not flat.
But I never said the Earth isn't round. It is circular. It's flat, though. I'm just saying it's not a sphere. Show me, though, a picture of the whole Earth as they depict it here.
There's literally a Hubble Space Telescope image of the whole Earth suspended.
I don't want the
space.
Hubble. I mean, people got phones. If people cannot say, I went into space and I took a photo of the whole Earth.
This is a real, actual picture.
But I can take a picture like, I can literally take if I got a fisheye lens, I can take a picture like that.
From the space station. From the actual space station.
But I want a picture like this. I want you to show me that you can only see a part of the content. I want that picture because no one has a picture like that. No one has left Earth's... Did you hear about Operation Fishbowl? Do you know about that, Zex?
Fishbowl.
Operation Fishbowl, Dominic.
There's a picture of the Earth from space. A round one. I don't know what's over there.
Oh, it's the same like this. Because
no, it's not the same.
Every year they come out with a new blue marble.
No, it's not the same. The clouds is in a different place.
Obviously, look, this is all NASA's pictures. The clouds are going to be different. They're going to take different pictures.
Show me a picture of the flat Earth from space.
Can't.
Exactly.
I can't.
I can show you a picture of a round Earth. You cannot show me a picture of a flat Earth. So proves my point.
Hold on. It doesn't prove your point. I'm trying to help you understand. Even on NASA's website, they say it's CGI. You do Photoshop.
Yeah, but it's not CGI.
Hold on. Take one of the pictures. Take that picture, put it into Photoshop, and go and use the copy-paste tool, and you'll see how much times clouds in those pictures have been pasted the exact same cloud. You're telling me the exact same cloud is all over the Earth?
But that's not true, Nicole. You are just saying...
No, I'm not.
Okay, let's see the flat. Let's see the flat one from above.
I just told you now there is no picture of it. Okay. I just told you now.
Why isn't there a picture of it, though?
I don't know.
So exactly,
if you
remember last night you were saying
he's saying that he can show me a picture of Earth,
and I am showing you,
but that's not a real picture.
But it is a real picture.
I can draw something and say it's real.
If I take a picture of you now, if I take a picture of you now sitting here in the studio, yeah, I'm taking a picture. This is you sitting here now, and then I say to Jay, brother, there's this woman, her name is Nicole, This is the picture of, brother, it's not the real picture, brother. You know, I can make a picture, and just,
but look at
but it's a picture of her.
But
I know it's an AI picture.
But look at AI.
Yeah, but these pictures were long donkey years before there was even AI.
Yeah,
they have technology that they only release now, Zex.
Yes, I know, but there's images here from long ago.
Why I'm saying,
but then why aren't there flat Earth pictures?
Because the Earth is not flat. Jay, I can show you, Let me show you.
Oh, whoa.
Guys,
you saying
it's not flat. I found my pilot friend and I asked him, bruh, is the Earth flat? He said, Zayt, if we had to go on flat Earth measurements, we'd end up in a different place if we had to go on those measurements. We can't go on those. I'm looking for the cable that has the...
You see, the point of this conversation is we can get heated, but I'm not trying to hear me out. You see, if you're not allowing me to speak, right? I'm not trying to prove to you that the earth is flat. You're trying to prove to me that it's round, and you are getting heated. And wait, hold on.
You're not trying to prove that the earth is flat.
I'm trying to
showing you
help
pictures
him.
of a
Hold
round
on.
earth.
I'm trying
what
to
is
help.
the earth?
I'm trying to help you think differently, because if you can question, you have to question things. And I'm saying it's flat. I'm not saying you need to believe it's flat.
Because it's not flat.
I'm saying think differently. I'm gonna give you my proofs, and you're gonna give me your proofs. I'm not saying
But you can't give me the proof.
Out.
You say you don't have a picture.
Yeah, but I don't want to give you a fake picture. I don't want to give you a CGI. Look, we have technology now. I can go onto Photoshop now and I can recreate the globe just like they did. Is that a real picture because I made it? Answer me. Is that a real
But
picture?
that's not a CGI
Is it?
picture.
Okay, here's the example again. I've got Photoshop. I'm gonna make this picture. I'm gonna make it now.
So then you can make
Hold
it.
on. Then is it a real picture?
It will be your Photoshop picture, but what would it be based on?
Is it a real picture? I'm gonna make the exact same picture that NASA put
But
on.
I think the question obviously here is now like, okay, you're not proving that it's flat. Zayt is proving that it's round, but Zayt is obviously bringing up info and images
And actual images.
Like you saying, yo, the flat Earth.
Yours is a theory. Mine is actual reality.
They don't have images and stuff. So,
But I don't want to present you with a fake image.
Yeah,
You
because there
understand
is
what
no
I'm saying?
image.
There isn't
That's the
an image.
point.
Then
That's
you know
the
what
whole
I
point.
have?
are people able to take images from outer space? And let's first
Bro,
ask. Let's
come-
first ask that question.
Clearly not, because everything
Can
goes to
people do
CGI.
that?
Okay, let me prove this to you, right?
Let-
You can literally, if Nicole is saying that the government is lying and that those images are all CGI, you can literally tie a GoPro. Né? I wish I brought my GoPros in the car. You can tie a GoPro to a weather balloon, né? Which people have done. You can go Google it.
Oh, I've seen that.
And they send the thing up into the bloody sky, and you can see it's someone's GoPro. It's not NASA or CGI or what. It's literally somebody's GoPro they sent into
those
the
lenses
air.
have been rigged, bro.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
So how are
let me
they
ask
getting
you
those
this.
images?
So yes, I agree with you. You've got videos that shows a guy going up with a GoPro and you see the curvature of the earth, correct?
You can see more than the curvature.
No, but that's the point. It's the curvature of the earth, correct?
Yes.
Right, so I've got people that have videos where you don't see the curvature. Do you understand?
But what? How? How?
Because there's different lenses. I've got a picture. Show them the picture of a fisheye lens and what it does.
We all know what a fish
No,
eye
but
lens
some people
does.
might not know. So if I can distort an image, if I can create an image and it not be a real actual photo that you can say is a photo, then is it true? Look there. Go back.
Where?
Go back. Okay, pause so it can go.
Yes, but you see,
Just pause.
but-
Let's just wait. We just want it to pop up so people can obviously see.
Yes, let the people see.
So we know, with our normal Isaacs, we know that that's not how it looks, but the lens has distorted it, correct?
Correct.
So what does it say to me? That they could literally go up into space and they could use this lens and make a curvature.
Correct.
Right?
They can.
So if they can do that, then do I fully believe that it's definitely curved, or could it be that they're using technology to deceive me?
With your logic, everything else has to be curved in. It has to, because if it's curving the image, then the other things in the image must also curve.
But there is nothing else in the images. It's just Earth.
I
But
think
it's not, the Africa is not shaped weird. So I want to show this, right? And I was looking for
But those buildings aren't now skewed. The buildings are straight. It's the ground I'm looking at.
Yeah, but can
Look
you
at
see?
the buildings at the bottom.
But can you see this here? Can you see the bottom where the fisheye lens starts? I know how fisheye lens works. You can literally put a lens on the front of
So
the
why
camera and get that shot. You can see here, this grid on the bottom of this image here, né, is not, the line is not round like that.
Of course,
The line is
distorted
straight.
because of the lens.
Exactly.
So
So
if-
that's the point.
So-
And then the buildings are not hanging to the side like that. The buildings in reality, if you take that fisheye lens off, it's straight.
course,
So
it's
which
straight
means
there.
if you take a fisheye image of the whole thing, then everything must be, then the line must be skew on the bottom, then it will distort the image of the earth. It will make Africa look like pear-shaped. It will distort everything. But I want to show you this, right? And this will probably be one of my I have a million points to debunk all of these points, because this is just theories at this point. I'm showing you actual proof. But I was looking for the what do you call this thing? The HDMI cable, so I could have played it in there, but the cable's clearly not.
You want to play a video?
No, not the video. I want to show Google Earth, right? So Google Earth, right, is obviously this is the depiction of Earth,
Yes,
right?
and you can zoom in and go into different things. Yes,
Yes, you can zoom in, go into different things, right? So here on Google Earth, right, does flat Earth theorists, you have an issue with satellites and satellite imagery and stuff?
I don't have a problem.
But
with satellites.
you believe it's CGI?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is all CGI.
Well, is that real?
No,
like
that's,
if
that's,
you, if
no,
you're
no, no,
looking
no.
at
This
it.
is CGI.
Okay.
Okay.
So now you're gonna zoom in where people
it's
were
real.
literally on the ground
Yes.
with their cars and
Yes.
the cameras.
Yes.
So that's obviously
Yes.
real.
Yes. How? Is there a bunch of million drones
No,
flying
but
around
you just
taking
use
videos
your
of people's
phone.
houses?
If I go around and I take a video and I walk there to Jesse and I come back, that's what they're showing because they've got cars and stuff that are showing what's
Perfect.
happening on the road.
Those are called street view.
Exactly.
How are they
So
getting? How are they getting a satellite image of a whole city? Your argument would have to say there's a million drones flying around all over our heads all the time, taking videos of everything we do for your argument to make sense.
Zoom in.
Literally.
Zoom in. Just go to the church right now because this is satellites. Everything is live, right?
No, it's not live.
No. Well,
No,
satellites are operating now.
Nope, satellite images are
Aren't
not.
they operating
No,
now?
satellite images are not live for the pure reason that it becomes a safety hazard when you end up if a satellite image was live, Nicole, I can stalk you and follow you all over where you're going, like now.
But they can use IP addresses for that. There's hackers that can do that
yes,
already.
But that's the thing. If I can go onto these images are not live. This is gonna be an image of the church probably a year or two ago.
Exactly, because Google came with their kariki and their cameras
And
they
took a
drove
picture of the church's roof.
They've got street views. There's literally Google cars that go, they
My-
take street views.
but
Hold
my
on.
point, that's what I agree
Yes,
with.
So that's what you're gonna see when you zoom in. the
No, that's
street
not what
view.
you're gonna see. You're gonna see the roof. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Nicole says you won't see the roof. Ne?
Okay, you said you're gonna see the roof now.
Yes.
Okay.
You will 100% see the roof. I've done this so many times because I use these images.
Thank you so much for everyone that has been tuning in and
I literally use these
giving
images.
the comments. We appreciate it. Bro, let's get to some of the comments before we go on. So yeah,
There's literally nothing to
Kayleen
prove
or
here.
Okay, so you said you will only see the roof, right? So let me show you on the very Google you're using. I'm gonna take the money key that they provide, right? I'm gonna drop our money key right there.
Yes, that's called street view.
Exactly, that's what
That's
I said.
gonna show the street
so
view.
they come with their
Okay.
kariki, they take a street view, and that's something. This is obviously a different technology, but you can go to
let's
the
see
street
yours.
view.
Let's see yours.
That's a street view. That's the car that drives around. That Google cars that drive around.
Yeah.
Now you have to explain this because the car flying now or what?
No one said anything about the car flying. That's
So
a
how is
silly
it getting?
argument.
But how is it getting the roof? Your argument is it can't get the roof.
I
Then
never
you
said
put up
it.
there.
No, you can't say.
Okay,
I said
rewind
that.
the tape there.
I asked you. You said it will only show the roof. I'm showing you a street view because there is Google cars that go around and show them.
Which I've agreed with.
So
I
I-
even mentioned-
Okay, but okay, so we
I
on
mentioned it before you brought it up.
9:53. We on 9. Hold up. Let's speak about the
These are million drones flying around
nah,
taking
facts.
pictures of the roof.
Let's speak about the solar eclipse and so forth on and some biblical stuff as well.
So late clubs.
Yeah,
Can you-
let's speak about
before,
that.
Before we do that, I want to ask because I know this will obviously get a little bit heated and whatever. Can you explain the firmament in the Bible for me? Because you obviously studied, you know the Bible maybe a bit more than me. You studied it. You studied theology, right?
I did indeed.
So can you
the
then-
firmament, ladies and gentlemen, is found in Genesis chapter 1, where God creates the heavens and the earth. And He places the firmament around the globe that separates the waters on the earth from the waters in the heavens. Right? And that's the firmament. We can get into deeper conversations about what the firmament is. We can get into deeper conversations about what is separated when it says, then let water be where water is supposed to be. Stop waves. Mighty waves stop where the shoreline is. This is where the waves are. This is where the land is. We can have those conversations. We can even have the conversations of metaphors and similes as far as when things are being meant to be taken literally, when things are meant to be taken when God is saying, I will cover you like with the feathers of my wings. He's not a big chicken with wings, but there's elements. Where He says to Job, where were you when do you know that I have barnyards with hail that is stored in there? Do you know that I have a barnyard with wind that is stored in there? We know that he's making an explanation about what he's trying to explain, but it's not a physical barnyard. So the firmament, right? I've explained to you now in Genesis chapter 1 what the firmament is, and I have an answer for this as well, but I want to hear your point so I can rebut it.
So remember when the flood happened,
Yes.
where did all the water come from? From the sea. Remember,
No, it was raining.
Remember when, like you brought the very thing up, right? God created the heavens and the earth, and He separated the waters from
On
the
the
waters.
earth from
Then
the
He
waters,
put the firmament to separate the waters above the water from the water below.
Yes.
So you have the ocean, and I've got a picture that depicts it.
Yes,
That you
I'm
can
familiar with
obviously
this picture.
understand in terms of how flat earthers think, right? There's water above. So I've seen video footage. And I mean, the Simpsons predicted it. And this is just things that we can all go and see. On the Simpsons, they predict things, right? They predict things. In movies, in different things, they put it in plain sight where you can literally see even a rocket that was launched, I think it was last year, a rocket with a GoPro on was launched, and as it hit the firmament, this is where I went to Operation Fishbowl, which we'll get into, where this was a sole operation to try and nuke the firmament, because we haven't actually left Earth, like, because of the firmament. There hasn't been a moon landing.
That I can agree with. I don't believe that Americans. I think that again there was an agenda behind. We want to be before Russia, so
right?
we can force that we.
Okay,
so
there
those are all
was no
agendas.
moon landing.
We've covered that
right?
earlier.
There
about
was no
agendas.
moon landing, so that was all fake. So the moon is outside of Earth, right? Just like the sun is outside of Earth, but God created light. He created light. Then He gave the sun and He gave the moon. It is all local. It is all local. The sun is local and so is the moon. It is within our sky. It is not 10 million miles away like they say. It's
So is
local.
the sun rays capped?
When you say
Because
capped,
you know
what
when
do you mean?
light literally, how can I say, bro? Light shines on
shines,
you
yeah.
can't literally cap light. So is the
Exactly.
sun capped if the earth is flat?
I can't say it's capped, but it's capped if I can call it that. Look at a normal light. If you look at the street light, it's going to give light to a certain point. It's not going to shine a light on the whole neighborhood, one light. You understand what I mean? It's in a position, and where it is, it's on the opposite side of the earth. So it's going to give light in that area because it's like the brightness of a light.
Is that your thought process?
Yeah.
The sun is like,
It's like
I'm happy that's your thought process, because I have some props here.
I can have a small light that's going to light this little space up over here, like a candle. It's not going to light up 17 rooms. It's going to light up that small thing. But if you make it a bigger flame or a bigger light, it's going to light up more space, correct?
where's the planets?
Who said anything about planets?
No, I'm
You
just
can
trying,
see
I'm
the
just, I'm
planets
just
with
trying
your
to
eyes.
find out, like, where's the planets, though?
I go by.
Do you believe in planets like Mercury, Venus, and
I
Earth,
believe
Mars?
in their stars. I
But
know
not
their stars
planets.
because God put stars there, and I haven't seen a planet, just like I haven't seen
Get a
Earth.
telescope. I have one at home. You can come to my house and come check.
I will definitely do that. But if I cannot physically, there's always just CGI pictures.
No,
and
you
that's-
can see the
and
telescope
that's-
is not CGI. It's two lenses.
But he's asking me a question. Allow me
Go
to
for
answer.
it. Go for it.
Like, are you arguing with me the whole time?
Because
like,
your points are
But
futile.
But you don't have to believe me.
Because it's not true.
But,
okay,
yeah,
go.
but you
okay.
don't have to believe me. Why are you getting worked up about
Because
it?
you saying a telescope is CGI.
I never said that. You said that. I said the pictures that I see is CGI. You see, you're taking what I'm
So I
saying.
said there's a telescope, come
allow
to
me
my house
speak.
and see.
You're taking what I'm saying and adding things on. I never said. We can roll the tape back. I said the images that I'm seeing is always CGI. If I look for an actual photo, a photo, not edited, not photoshopped, it's always CGI. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So why are you arguing with what I've seen?
But if Zakes is saying he's seen, like, you know, images and so forth on that shows it's round, you were saying, no, you've seen images of Antarctica and
And the ice wall.
but then how do you
Which is
how,
which
but
is
then how,
CGI.
but then how
I've
do you
seen
but then
them,
how do you don't believe that
No, but
but
I
you
never
believe
said
that
I
there.
saw pictures of that.
Her
I've seen
images are
videos.
CGI.
I've seen videos of it. And I mean countless videos. I've seen the military bases. On video, it's people that went, and when they speak out about it, they die. They get
those
taken
ones
out
are
of the game.
CGI.
So the videos are CGI.
Yeah.
So the
And
very
the- and
people
the
that are
round Earth.
explorers that like
the
the
videos
first,
of the round Earth,
Of the flat Earth.
around Earth.
Yes.
But now you were speaking of videos, but Zayt is also saying no, he's seen videos of round Earth.
There's no videos. There's no
we've all
videos
seen
of flat Earth.
We've all seen videos of
She's saying the round
Earth
Earth videos are
CGI.
CGI, but the flat Earth, there is no videos. She can't show us anything.
No, but we
I
were
haven't-
speaking about images. You see, I was asking about images. We
I want to see
discussed
this.
not-
Like, is there a army that surrounds the? 'Cause
Look,
that's
I
what
can't say, like, when you say, is there an army around it? Look, I want you, and I think afterwards I can show you, because then I've got video to show you. But I can't show you the video now. We will sit here for 5 hours, and then you will bring a video that debunks what I say, and we will go back and forth. But what I want to show you, look at this. All Babylon, all of these, for all the years, nah? Look behind you.
Can I just say this one comment though?
Yeah.
So I don't know, it's Kayleen. Apologies,
probably.
apologies
Hopefully.
for that. But now I don't know whether the sun is bigger than the earth or not, based on the conversation that we're having here. But she or he says that the sun 1.3 million times bigger than the earth. Why doesn't it shine, a light on all the earth, because it's so big?
That's the answer for you.
Because the Earth is round, so as it rotates around around its own axis.
I think that's for
and
both
it
of you
goes-
to.
No, okay, let me
that's
answer.
for both
Let me
of you,
an-
because
okay,
is
let me answer.
Okay,
It was
is
a-
the earth bigger than? Is the sun bigger than the earth?
Let me
No.
answer
The
Kayleen's
sun
question.
isn't
No.
bigger.
Let me answer
Okay,
Kayleen's.
then Kaylin, my bad.
Let me
you're
answer
wrong,
Kayleen's
like-
question, and then Nicole will answer. We'll see whose answer works. I brought some props here, ne? I brought some props. Kaylin, are you watching for your answer here? For some props that I brought here. They thought, Jesse, please can you switch off all the lights
See,
here?
I should have also brought props.
No, I'm just gonna.
Yeah,
Here's your prop. Here's
Oh,
your
the
prop.
flat.
Here's my-
But you see, I need a dome.
then
I
there was
literally need a
darkness.
dome.
No, there's your prop. You say it's flat.
But I feel like what's the thing, if it's flat and she mentions that big thing, won't the whole earth then be lit up at the same time?
No, but
Bruh,
that's why I
please
need to
switch off
show
all
you.
the lights. We need to switch this thing.
I need a small little light. I can't even use my phone.
Even if
Yeah, you
even
need
if
a tiny-
Even if you use a small light,
need
it's
a
you're
tiny-
gonna
No,
but
debunk
you
your
see-
own
no,
argument.
No, you see, you're not allowing me. You just want to
Okay,
be
go.
right, Zed.
Okay,
I
let
can't.
let Nicole start. Let
I-
Nicole.
I can't show you with.
Yeah, you need like a.
I
You
need,
need
even if I need
a.
a candle. Even if I just have a candle.
You need a
Bro, wait, how
small
do you switch
light
this
too.
thing?
Because here's a light and here's a light, and this is how it rotates. I can
And then there was
show you.
darkness in the inside show.
Right, look over here.
As we debating
Because
the
sun is
round
here.
earth and the flat earth.
sun is here
And
and
Nicole
the sun
goes
is here.
first.
Here's the sun.
No, that's
too big.
Obviously.
Okay,
that's
this
too big.
sun will
Let's
work.
put things
This
into
sun,
perspective.
yes, perspective here it will work here. It won't work there.
Obviously, it's gonna work there because
Because the earth is round. Who made it? Okay, but find a difference.
Use your thing. You were supposed
Okay, yeah,
to
you
put
can't
it
use.
in.
You gotta get
Yeah, you
In
can't.
defense of your argument, you need like a small
light.
because you believe that
Because it's
the
here
sun.
and here. Here's the
Yeah.
moon, here's the sun.
And it's like
right?
literally-
And it rotates like this, east to west. When you say it's setting, it's not setting. It's
just-
just moving further away.
Yo,
from
Nicole.
it. It's just the perspective we add. But now you
The mic,
brought
the mic, the
props,
mic,
right?
the mic, the mic.
But now you brought props and you didn't prepare me. You bringing props.
No,
So I
there's
could've-
your prop. There's
No,
your flat earth.
No,
But let's
if I had one
Because of the
other
argument,
thing, I would have
broski.
been able to prove my
yeah,
side.
because of the argument, let's not use a torch to
Because
do
now
that
it's like making me a fool because you
Let's
got
not
a
use
big
the-
light that's bigger than the
let's
plate that
not use
can
the-
light
let's
up
not
this
use
whole
the
place.
torch.
No,
That
you
doesn't
can
work.
you can zoom bring the light closer.
It's not
Yeah.
gonna work. You see, this is a flat light.
My
maybe-
point.
maybe
It's not
like-
gonna work. It can't work. I'll even show you the pictures.
I will show you it work.
Nah,
I will show you.
I'm trying to get both like arguments here. So,
I'm willing to bet you R1,000,000 this
I'm
will
trying to
work.
help
man.
out Nicole as
Obviously.
well.
The ball will
Like,
work
that is
and the
gonna work.
plate won't work.
I'm agreeing
I can
with
tell
you
you
that
that
yours
without
is
even-
gonna
Bro,
work.
if there's a smaller light here, it might just work. And I don't know, older broski, and I don't.
Speaking in the dark.
Yeah, we.
Bro, even if there's
Yeah.
okay, put it
Put it
back
back
on
on,
quickly.
bro.
Put it back on. Put it back on. I want to prove this point because the flat Earth theory
And
it
here's the
doesn't
thing,
make
bro.
even logical
Maybe the
sense.
flat Earth is a bigger plate even.
Look,
Even
I
if
can
it
show you
is-
on a, I can show you on a smaller thing as well, but you can't give me half props. You know what I mean? For me to prove my
Okay,
point.
what
That's
else do
all
you
I'm
need for this
saying.
prop to
I
work?
just need
You just need a
light.
smaller candle, like a.
But then your argument is still not going to work
No,
because
but
then
that's
it
what
won't.
you're saying. You
No.
can't say that until I've proved it. Don't say that until I've proved it.
But it won't be able to. That won't be able to depict time zones. It won't be
Oh,
able
yes,
to.
it will.
It won't be able
I
to
will
depict
show you.
why it's daytime
I will show
in
you.
one country and nighttime in
I will
another
show
country.
you.
It also won't be able to depict
I
solar
will show
eclipses.
you it can. Yes, it can.
How?
I
If
will
the
show
moon
you.
is there and the sun
How?
is there.
Sway.
That's what I'm gonna do. I have to show you. I can say A, B, and C, but if I cannot show you, you're not going to believe me.
Okay, so what small light do you need? Because you're saying it's
No,
flat.
don't worry.
There's a flat.
Seeing
Yeah,
as
you
though,
need a smaller
no,
light. I think
don't
you need.
worry.
I think you
Bro.
need this in. Bro. You need this like entire table. Let's at least do your.
No,
your
we
side of
don't
things.
need it.
And
No,
this
we
is
can't,
the-
we cannot use it. What I'm going to do,
Okay, explain it.
I will even make a video at home for you with the plate, and I maybe got the small light, or we can do it in next week's show. Let us know in the comments if you want us to just do a young. He does his axis spinning globe, boliki. He just for like 5 minutes of next week's show. We can just show it. I will show mine. You show yours. We both bring our
Okay,
props.
we are tad over time. Let's just speak a little bit about the solar eclipse. Let's make it make sense with the round and the flat Earth.
Okay,
I'll wait for him.
the
He's-
flat Earth needs to explain how there's a solar eclipse if the moon is there and the sun is
If
there.
it's this idea,
So as you see, the
I don't need to explain anything. There's a solar
Whoa,
eclipse we
let's-
can
let's
see.
get-
He never
yeah,
wants me to
let's
explain.
get-
Okay, explain.
I'm going to say it again, Zex, and I want you to look at me. I'm not trying to prove to you. I'm just trying to show you what I believe. But you are so hell-bent on, I'm wrong. Then I'm wrong. If that's what you feel, then that's what you feel. Don't
You
get
can't-
upset.
no, you
Hold
can't
on.
prove it 'cause
Hold
it's
on.
not
Let's-
true.
No, I want to because Zex is getting upset. Like, you aren't right and I'm not right. In my own opinion, I'm right, and in your opinion, you're right.
No, in reality, this
you
makes
see-
more sense.
You see, that's putting me down based on what I believe. It's like an atheist coming and saying, you're wrong. Then you saying, no, you're wrong,
Okay,
you're
let's
wrong.
let's
You
get.
understand?
Okay, it's cool. Let's get to the solar. the
So,
solar
as-
eclipse. Well, how
as-
do you explain it from the flat
Give me
Earth?
the
Yeah,
plate.
let's do that.
So here's the Earth and here's the Moon, and they are rotating all the time. Because they
How
are.
do they rotate? Like in that way? Because someone
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
told me like it's in an eight.
No.
Eight
So
type
here
of way,
it moves
if it
like
is
this.
flat.
You see how it rises in,
Okay.
in the east and the west? It rotates like that. There is a point where they come together and one is in front of the other. And because of the size, one can cover the other.
Just well, let's just. I think
Sorry.
yeah, just do that again. Apologies. Maybe even let me keep. The
Okay, guys, just so that you can see. Let's say the moon is here and
Guys, the
the
prop
sun
is
is here.
working now, no?
The sun is here and the moon
the
is
moon
here.
is there.
And they are rotating this way. So one is going this way, the other one is going this way. That's going to show you half of the earth is going to be in darkness, half is going to be because of the size of the light. Right? Number one. But I have to show you in a video. I can't show you on a plate. Anyway, then once they come together, because they do align, seasons change. Where the sun is maybe further away, you'll have different seasons. When it's closer, you're going to have summer. So it rotates like it will rotate, and then it goes closer and closer and closer. And same with the moon.
and then goes back out.
Then it goes back out. So you have your
Okay.
different change of seasons. By doing that, you got your different time zones
But
as
at
well.
which point does it connect? Just-
I don't know. I almost don't know. Like, I'm not a scientist, but if it does come in alignment, you'll get an eclipse. Because one is in front of the other, correct? But they are both rotating the earth.
Okay, I got a biblical cue for Zakes, and we did speak about this, broski. If it was round, why in the Bible does Joshua ask God to tell the sun to stand still, and not necessarily let the earth stop rotating when he was at war? Is that also a metaphor
also-
type of thing?
It's not necessarily a metaphor. It's also based on the understanding of what Joshua knew about the planet at the time. There were no telescopes. There were no technology at the time. He didn't understand that in that way. And then furthermore, when we begin to look at that chapter and that verse, right, and I'm happy you brought that up because I did actually prep my mind for that. The verse is in Joshua chapter. Okay, I can't get it at the moment. I got so many things open here. But he asked God, let the sun stand still, and then he says where it needs to stand still. It's in where he is in Jerusalem, not in Jerusalem, in Israel, right? Then he says, and moon also stands still right next to it. And then for the battle to be won. So I don't know. I don't know why I asked it that way, but
But I mean,
I don't know.
that
It
for
doesn't-
me
it doesn't
is
really-
quite simple. How I'm explaining it, the earth is stationary. It's not moving. And you can see that with the stars if you do a time lapse of the stars and whatever. And that's why I asked you the last time, how come for all our lives we see the same stars if we're spinning 1,000 miles in space?
I
we
can also
shouldn't-
explain
We
that.
shouldn't be seeing the same stars. But based on what you've asked now, in terms of that, if based on my model, right? I said the sun is moving one way, the moon is moving one way, right? That means in the Bible that is right. Then the sun and the moon can stop, right? It was based on what he's asking. Because also in the Bible, in Revelations, it says the four corners. There will be 4 angels put in the 4 corners of the earth. How can we explain that on a globe? But if we put it on a flat model, like a compass, 4 corners of the earth.
But they're still not corners, they're still round.
And right there, that's the North Pole, as they call it. There's certain things on maps that you cannot see from there. So it's going to release wind there. Also, God says He uses earth as a footstool. I asked you that in one of our previous videos. What is a footstool? Is it round or is it flat? And I just Googled what's a footstool. I didn't put any fancy things, footstool from the Bible. Just in our logic, what is a footstool?
So is God's feet on the earth?
What did God say? I'm asking you based biblically. It
He
says
said,
here,
I use the earth as my footstool.
so
I'm asking
heaven
you,
is
is
my
his
throne.
feet somewhere?
Heaven is my throne, right?
Yeah.
And the earth is my footstool.
So in which country is his feet? Where can we go?
You see
Where
the
can
way
we?
you ask
No,
me
no,
the
no, no.
question, it's
no,
not
but
logical. Can you see God? Answer me that. Can we see God?
But precisely, and that's my argument. My argument that it is not speaking about figuratively. That's my point. There's no country where we can go like somewhere in, let's say Asia or wherever, and then here's God's feet.
Okay, so tell me what
And
he
then people
means.
go and pray there and
So,
worship
no, of
there.
course, I'm not
and
saying that.
his
I'm
feet
saying
is there.
he uses earth as a footstool. I'm asking you in terms of, like, number 1, what is a footstool?
Yeah, a footstool is a footstool, but
Okay,
it's not literal.
Explain the scripture to me.
It's
Like,
not literal.
Okay.
It says he's seated in heavenly places, which means heaven is above earth. And he can use his feet as to place down on earth. It speaks about the magnitude and the greatness of how big God is. But if we're taking it literally, then we must sit here and say...
I'm asking you. I'm not taking it literally.
But, okay,
I'm asking you
I hear
to
you,
explain the scripture.
Yes, and I'm explaining it. So I'm saying if we're going to take it in a literal place, then we're going to have to go to a place where there's a country where his feet is, and people will make pilgrimage there because this is where God's feet are. The way they do with the cube, with the way the Islamic people go to a certain place and they go and dance around or worship around there, the way we go to the tomb of Jesus, we go do that. If it's literally, it would have had to be that, but it's not literal. So there's many million times in the Bible where there's figurative conversations that happens there.
So
that's not always meant to be taken. And here's another question
yeah.
I actually have. Not seriously, it's meant to be taken seriously, but not literally.
Yeah.
And the other question I would have, and this is a conversation I also had with somebody about the firmament thing. Even if there is a firmament, let's go with your theory, right? Or with what the Bible says. Let's not say it's a theory. Let's say that's what the Bible says, which it does say, right? Let's go with that. Does the firmament, where in that whole equation, does it still say the firmament is on a flat earth? Because then I can still come and rebut it and say, you're going to show me a picture of the firmament.
No, I'm not going to show you nothing. Carry on
so
talking.
I can rebut it. I can rebut it and say, okay, so how about if God says, and he places the firmament on the earth, and then I bring a globe, which is just a ball. I could have used anything. Even if I didn't bring props, I could have just taken something round somewhere, which I did. I just found the ball there. So we can still then argue that the firmament is still around the earth. That still doesn't prove the point that it's flat. Even with the firmament conversation. We can have that conversation and both things can be true at the same time. The firmament can be true and the fact that it's round can also still be true.
Can I ask you, in Proverbs 8:27 it says, when he prepared the heavens, I was there. Where he set a compass upon the face of the earth. We know what a compass is. How can you put a compass on a globe? I'm just asking.
The same way you can put a compass on this table.
See,
there's
here's
flat moments,
a compass. I want
but
you
the
to
earth
think
is
of a compass, right? On the face of the earth. This is my face. This is my head.
Your head is round.
Right? So if I put a compass on a flat, it makes sense. It also makes sense about the 4 corners of the earth. It's mentioned in the Bible. Then another, and you've seen it probably there's probably over 10 scriptures where it says he knew us before the foundations of the earth. Now and I'm always thinking logically, right? The language, everything has changed over time. But how do you have a foundation on a globe versus something like a flat surface? Just as a question.
Okay. Even what you just said now, right? The compass. A compass points true north. For that, you need gravity. Flat earthers don't believe there's gravity, right? They believe it's flat and that's how you walk. There's no gravity because if we argue, how come someone's on this side of the earth but they're upside down? So they argue the point of gravity altogether, right? There's some flat earthers, I don't know if everyone, but some believe that it's flying through space at X amount of speed. That's what's keeping you on the ground. There's different. You can go
Yeah,
and
there's
research it.
different- there's
Literally,
different
people
theories.
say that, right? So the truth of the matter is, a compass works with true north. It works with the actual magnetic field of the polars of the actual globe as it's spinning on its axis. This is why we can always see where true north is on a compass. So that even further proves the question you just asked me. Furthermore, proves the actual point that I'm making, because a compass won't work on a flat Earth if
Yes, it does.
if flat earthers are arguing gravity.
It's not gravity. That's the thing.
But
That's
that's
what
how a
they
compass
told. That's
works.
what they told us it is. That's how they justify us spinning 1,000 miles in space and we don't feel anything, and a plane can just land. What if the Earth is spinning in that direction? Is all the planes landing in that direction? What's the speed? How can, if you try to jump out of a car, running, nah? You're trying to jump out, the car's running fast, you're going to fall. So the planes aren't doing that. Pilots are saying the Earth is flat. They use a gyroscope.
Pirates don't say the Earth is flat.
Look, I know a lot of pilots. You know pilots. Your pilots are saying one thing. My pilots are saying another. We're just going to go back and forth. You know what I mean? What I'm saying is, you are right. True north. No matter where you position it, your compass, it's going to point true north. But they say if you travel on the Earth, you go from one point to the next point, you'll end up at the same place, right? But that's only because people are traveling east and west. So you can go east and west all the time, you're going to end up. But if you keep going south, that's where you're going to end up.
So here's my question
And
about...
this is where the firmament is. It's covering this. And the reason why they are stopping that, because that again proves what is in God's word, that He placed a firmament above us. He keeps everything inside of us. There's waters above the water. So I'm also thinking in terms of when the flood happened, water came from the earth, from below, as He says, above and below. There's water that came from the earth. There's natural springs that come from the earth. If we dig and we get we want a bowl, there's water under the earth that we can draw from. Besides now, and that's fresh drinking water. It's not water from the sea. That's salty. And it says the heavens opened up. The floods came. So that just proves to me that the firmament it's biblical.
But
and
Also,
they don't
does has anyone claimed to have sailed or
Yes, there have been people
around
that went all the
from
way
this
around.
side around?
Yes.
There's even pilots that fly from...
Has
Yes, bro. And
If I go from here, and I go all the way here, I'm going to end up back there.
Yeah, but
Oh,
they're
so
not.
you said
but
you
they're not
saying like
flying
on a
in a
flat.
circle. They're
I'm
flying
saying around.
Not around.
I'm also,
So,
this is also around, isn't it?
so yes, we're gonna
This
have
is
to.
round. I'm not saying the earth is not that round.
We're gonna
I'm
have
saying
to-
it's not a
But
sphere.
if it goes in this direction,
North is always in the middle, right? So if you put the compass anyway, it's going to point here. But if you go south, why do you think it's always telling you if you go on a plane or whatever and you're going south, it's going to tell you turn around, go north, turn around, go north. This is off limits to normal people.
That's just
do you think it's so close though? The Antarctica
That's just
to
objectively-
South America.
That's just
I don't think
objectively
So. I
It's
want
so
to know. My
untrue.
thing is, why
That's
did they have to make
objectively
a? Why did
untrue.
they have to make a treaty
that
preventing us from going there? Why
the
is there a
treaty doesn't prevent that. The treaty says that I've read that treaty.
People
The
just say
treaty
there's
says
penguins there.
exactly, and the
People say
treaty
there's penguins just
treaty
chilling.
says that they're not gonna build anything on that land. They're not gonna do anything because it's uninhabitable
So what
land.
about
they're
the
not speaking
whistleblowers
about
and stuff that have worked there, and the
They're not
machines that
speaking
they
about,
say they've worked on and trying to go
Trying to
through
find
the
this
ice to
bloody
try
picture
and try and get through the firmament. What about Operation Fishbowl? They literally had nuclear bombs and stuff that they were shooting into the atmosphere to try and break the firmament. Fishbowl, you see here? How does a fishbowl look? Fishbowl, Operation Fishbowl.
So here's a scripture that I'm gonna make my closing argument. Wait, man, I'm trying to exit this thing here. And then
Next
exit. Okay, so I want to make my closing arguments here. And then maybe Nicole needs to make her closing
gotta
arguments.
dip.
So my closing argument is number one, I do believe that it's round. It explains seasons. It explains the time. It explains why it's day in one side of the planet and night on the other side of the planet. It explains why you can't explain this, because you should be able to see the light from everywhere if it was flat. It also explains...
Not really.
Yeah, well, really, because you should have been seeing the sun there. It explains why it's light in Norway for 6 months and why it's dark in Norway for 6 months. It explains why the sun rises and why the sun sets, which it actually doesn't. The earth is turning, so it looks like it's setting and rising. It explains why it comes up in the east and sets in the west. It explains all it explains all those elements. I've personally also traveled to Australia and literally looked on the screen in front of me where it shows the Earth. It also explains, in those same pilots that you are mentioning, the whole geography and logic behind how they figure out what do you call this thing, the actual the actual compass and the actual when you say the what do you call it, the 300 degrees north, 500 degrees south, and
The longitude
the
and
longitude
latitude.
and latitude and all that. That is all based on the fact that the Earth is a globe, not that it's flat. So again, with all that knowledge and all that understanding, they would have been going somewhere else. Again, this technology has improved over time. We now have drones, personal drones that we can fly up into the air and see the different things. We have cameras that we can fly up and see different things. But with all that said, there's also flights that flies. There's a flight that goes from Chile to Australia that literally flies around the back end. They don't fly all across the whole, with the flat Earth, it would have to mean you fly all across everything. They just fly around the back. So all those elements, from my argument, from my stance and my standpoint, I believe that is why
The Earth is round.
the Earth is round.
So my little conclusion, it is round, but it's flat. I just don't believe that it's a sphere, a round globe. Everything that he mentioned about the seasons, the time zones, the longitude and latitude, on the flat Earth model, it can be proved as well. Same with the sun and the moon being local, based on how God even says it in the Word. But we never had. I don't think an hour will ever be enough time for us to go through each scripture to understand it, to dissect it. But for me, the point of the conversation is ask questions, go and do your own research and see if it makes sense to you. Because I look at flight patterns. He's gone to his people, I've gone to mine, I've got my research, and all we can do is literally, he'll bring up a point, I'll bring up a point, and we'll just clash, because that's exactly what this debate is about. It's about thinking differently, opening up your mind and asking questions. Because you're saying like you flew to Australia. If I did the research, and I actually wanted Jay, if he had his laptop out, to actually just go on to any booking site of any flight and book from Johannesburg to Perth. There's not one direct flight. This is just what I've been researching, and I checked months in advance to try and see, can I fly from Johannesburg to Perth? Can I fly from Sao Paulo in Brazil to Johannesburg? There's not.
But Jesse says he flew from SA to...
and my Australian
But
flight.
it
I'm trying
depends
to
which
remember
airport, right?
He said he
seen
flew
it somewhere.
So if I look at it, and I looked last night even, and I
No,
just
we didn't. I can't remember if we what do you call this thing?
look, okay.
Stopped over for the night.
So anyway, what I'm basically saying is, I just went and I did my own research just based on going and booking a flight. Every single one of them have a connection. So and I did it here, where you cannot fly from one to the other. You have to first stop in Dubai, and then if you do
That
it
depends on which airline also you're going. If you're flying Emirates, it's gonna stop in Dubai.
fair enough. I was just looking at different airlines, and there's always a stop. You cannot go straight there. And on the globe map, it makes sense as to why they're doing the stop. Because if you look on a flat Earth, it makes a lot more sense, because you can't go in a straight line. And I'll just show you for your reference. People won't be able to see. But you're welcome to come and
That's
check.
a flat
So
Earth.
here's the flat Earth model. This is
Yeah.
so
I see it.
you understand? So I'm just looking at things that people question. Like, why is it like that? So my point is not to prove to anybody. You believe what you want to believe. I just don't believe everything I was taught. I'm a free thinker. That's why I don't have a boss. I don't work for anybody. I don't exchange my time for money. Most people, we are brought up in a system. We believe certain things. I just question everything. So all I'm saying is question everything. Don't believe what everyone says. Scientists say this about the COVID, then we find out. They said if you take the vac, it's going to prevent you from getting it. Few months later, they changed their story. So don't believe everything authorities say. Question things, do your research, and then for yourself, you make a decision. Just like me for myself, after I done my research, this is what I now believe, that the earth is flat. It's round. It's a disc. And I believe that the sun is not 10 million miles away. I believe it's local. And the very same things that you can prove on the globe is the same things I can prove on this model. So
Now, Faiz.
at the end of the day, we'll just be cancelling each other out, and then it's like,
Faiz.
who's right? Who's right? You
Faiz.
proved it, and you proved it. So, and that's the thing. Think for yourself.
But I want us to prove this, because I still believe this can't be proven on
No
flat.
problem.
You literally have to have the light.
Wait.
Like, yeah, bro, to
Let's-
prove
let's
this.
close the
and
show
then that
off.
would make it daytime only on this section, which is not the
No.
reality.
That's
And then
your
obviously it-
understanding.
the
That's
whole
your
thing
understanding.
rotates, bro.
Let's do this. We're gonna close the show off. I'm gonna show him
Yeah.
some videos. He'll show me some videos that I probably already seen because I used to be a like just a globe earth believer or whatever you want to call it. I used to. So I already know. I've seen it. I was at school. We did the solar system and all these things. So it's not that you have to prove it to me. It's just that I'm showing you other
Bro,
evidences
explain
that
that.
I've seen.
I asked Brad and Chad now, bro, because I can't remember if we had a connecting flight. What did he say there, bro?
Oh, to ours, he says, nah, bro, we flew direct.
Which airport did you fly to?
We flew
He says we
Qantas.
flew direct.
We flew Qantas.
To
From
where?
Joburg to Sydney.
To Perth.
No, to Sydney.
You see now.
But that's still Australia.
Yeah, but you see, this is the thing. Like certain flights, you can't. So I know, I agree with you there because I checked it. I'm just saying from what I've seen, there's certain flights. If you maybe go to Sao Paulo, you can't get a flight from there to Johannesburg. It should be an 11-hour flight, but it ends up you have to stop in Dubai first.
But
you know what I mean.
Depends on which airline.
But,
It
okay,
does
so you're
depend
saying
on
you
what
flew
airport.
straight, bro. So that means you just saw sea. Did you just see
You just
water?
see, you just see water,
saw sea.
and the other thing is also,
Because
bro, the time
if
zones.
if you all flew straight and you didn't and you saw land, then the flat Earth is right.
Now you just see.
No,
water,
but
bro.
that's why we're saying there's different airports. It's different airports, and I've noticed this. Like I just wanted to find out for myself. I'm always gonna do my own research. I'm never just gonna believe what they say. So I said, okay, this is what they say about the flat Earth. Let me research myself. Go and book a flight. See if there's a straight flight from year to year.
My
No,
question-
there isn't. There's always a connecting flight on multiple different airlines, and I just wanted to know why. You know what I mean?
I want to ask a question, right? And just for the sake of the conversation, flight wise, have you flown outside of SA?
No.
Okay, so for
I've just
for
gone
me,
on ocean. I've gone on cruises.
for me,
So
nah,
I will only see water.
So yeah, so but for me, nah, I've again, like I said in the beginning, so I've literally flown to those countries, and I know that the time zones when you get there, it's consistent with the globe. The times are consistent with the globe. The date you get there, the fact that they can literally accurately depict to you which time you're gonna get. All of it is consistent with the globe, and even the idea of that if it's spinning so fast, we're gonna fly. It spins one rotation in 24 hours, hence a day. It's not flying. It's
So here
flying
it
at
says,
that
sorry, bro,
speed, but
here it
it's
says
obviously taking-
major airlines flying from Johannesburg to New Zealand are, what's this airlines, bro? Qantas Airways, South African Airways, Singapore Airline, da. And it says there are no connecting flights from Johannesburg to New Zealand.
But that's New Zealand. Just look here. You
But
see,
again,
here's
see-
the time zones. You see, it
But
all,
if
it-
you
it
where's
also
New
makes
Zealand
sense.
on your map?
It would be somewhere here.
See, so that would request you to fly. That
You
would
see, you
request you
can't
to
now.
fly
You can't
up.
fly from there. So yes, that's
You
what
see
I'm
what
saying.
I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying.
This
Doesn't
is
make
what
sense.
I'm saying.
Or
And
you'd have to fly around.
Look
You'd
here.
have to
Yeah,
fly
you'd have to go right.
around.
If you just saw
Look
water.
here.
Which wouldn't make sense
Look
to
here.
a pilot.
That's why I'm showing
to
you
fuel.
the thing. I made this. I made it based on what I just saw on the certain
Okay,
flights.
go. You like research? Go and research the flight from Chile to Sydney.
Okay, then you must do me a favor and research a flight from Canada to Russia.
I can do so. I'll
Okay.
do so, and
Because
then we'll check.
If you look on, like I did, obviously the shoot. Here's Russia and here's Canada. Here's Canada. So if you see the distance, they won't fly. They actually then, if you connect it, it's supposed to be next to each other. But I also couldn't find a direct flight. And I think no matter where we're going to go, there is going to be airlines that go direct. There's going to be airlines that don't.
Broski, do you want to read some of the comments there, and then we can call it a day? But we're gonna have to call it a day after the comments, bro. We can't jump onto the
Yeah.
comments because it's already half past.
Nah, I think it's cool, bro. It's just banter, bro.
Now go for it, bro.
It's cool, bro.
Yes, Nathan. Yes, Nathan.
Go for specifics, bro. Go for specifics. I
Nah,
don't
just
think
read
I'm
it, bro.
gonna read the-
Or what? Okay, check what you're gonna read.
Nathan said, let's just agree to disagree. I agree.
L says, and I don't know if L's taking an L, but NASA isn't the only space agency. Why do we get blamed for everything?
Oh, does he work for NASA?
No, I'm just reading the comments.
know.
Ow.
I know that's for him to answer.
But even independent people that send the GoPros
And
into the air, bro,
then-
it's not necessary. It's just a private person.
There are images from the space station.
Earth is a square, man.
Yeah,
Clayton.
Earth is
Yeah, it's a square, guys.
It would actually make more sense if it was a square.
A square?
It wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. The globe makes the most sense for what we see with our eyes, even on a daily. And it makes the most sense why that's round, we flat. It's not consistent. But ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna have to call it a day.
Yeah, what are we gonna say,
And
Nicole?
time is.
No, I'm just
Did you see
laughing at the
something there?
comments. I'm
Yeah.
laughing at the comments. Like Nathan was really into it. People expected us to fight a bit more in the comments. They expected the fighting. But at the end of the day, we wanted it to be heated. But in that same thing, I don't think the time that we've allocated is enough. Maybe next time, if we do get into it, we focus on one thing only at the time. I think this was just like a teaser. We both like hot and we are passionate like that, me and you.
But I mean,
We're not boring people.
No, but we speak like that in general,
Yeah,
even if we're having a
we
normal
can't just be like,
conversation.
yes, the earth is round. We like, that's the type of people me and Xavier are. We like really hype. We get passionate about everything that we do.
Yeah.
So I think next time if we do have this, we both focus on, let's just explain like the solar eclipse. And
But you don't need to be boring also.
of
You
course,
need
it must be. We
action.
must add the spice.
there
But we
has to
can't
be.
get upset. If we can't get upset, we both believe what we believe.
That's okay also. But shout out to everyone else as well. I see Romanique in the comments as well. I see George. Thank you so much, George, for tuning in. And yeah, ASAP as well. Thank you so much. Jimmy, the hond, you are on, bruv.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for jumping in. Paris, thank you. Cola.
Yeah, it's been dope, bro.
It has been.
Nathan is going on
the
there.
verdict is the. I was the ref. That's what you said in the
Yes.
WhatsApp chat. And I think
We were supposed to have that points thing, but
yeah, bro.
Yeah.
there obviously wasn't.
Look, I think
I
maybe
thi- I th-
next time.
I got love. Like I got love.
You don't
And I
have
got
to like. It's
peace.
okay. You
Like,
can
yo,
believe what you
I
believe.
think, yeah, I think for today, and because you didn't bring your props and so forth.
But I didn't know we
I
were
think
gonna
the-
bring
but
props.
but
I
it's
think
not
the-
props, guys. It's a plate and a ball.
Yes, but I need one other thing to make mine. You
Okay,
have a
fine,
light
and then
that
you-
can work.
Yeah, but it's a light. It's the sun. It's the
No,
light.
it's not the same light. That's
Okay,
the
fine.
thing.
We ended up not using it because you didn't want to.
No, I
So we
never
ended
said.
up-
I agreed with you. It will work on your theory. You see, we're getting right back into it, guys. Yeah, that's us lekker, guys.
Okay,
Okay,
yeah. The conclusion is that the Earth is roundly flat. It's cool, bro.
Look,
like,
at the end of the
you
day,
can-
it is round. I just don't believe that it's a sphere. That's all. That's all.
Alright, guys, it is what it is. There's people that's gonna believe what they believe, regardless. So even if we're gonna go on debate for a year, bro.
Facts, bro.
If that's how you're gonna see it, that's how you're gonna see it.
So
Everyone
yeah, plans for the day,
has their
guys.
opinions.
I'm gonna go make my paper.
Ish, guys, I got for real, bro. I'm under pressure for that other thing, but it's fine. That shoot we did 2 weeks
Guys,
ago.
have a blessed
yeah,
week.
bro.
Stay well, stay safe. Follow us, subscribe. Don't just watch us every Monday. Subscribe. Click it now.
And look here,
And
people,
like-
Leon Nichols thing, nah.
What are they saying?
Don't so there.
Hang
I never obviously gonna take Nichols' part. This must not help people.
on. Look, guys, my comments blew up over here. If you guys want to know, others are saying, okay, there's a lot.
Please, can you do this? Can you do this? Right. Can you just screen record it?
Let's see.
Then you just go through it before you end it, and then you can must now read it in.
Okay, guys, I'm coming back now. I'm just
Private
gonna
time.
pause this quickly.
You must put your screen record there, whether they're in your option things. You just swipe for it. Okay, yeah. It's recording.
Wow, guys, I just want to quickly scroll so you guys can see.
Not
This-
so fast.
I
how
know,
would
I'm
you-
just
Yeah.
showing you how many comments. We'll never be able to go through all these comments. Do you understand?
It's a bunch.
It's a bunch. Okay, so yeah.
Nah,
So this one says, my sister tell the guys to download Flat Earth map on Google Play Store. Vic says, it's not anything about science. Someone says, you won't believe the education system changed. But let's not go there. It's a new ball game.
No, but I
Others
also
say they
agree with all
agree. I don't think she knows what an eclipse actually is because I'm clearly foolish. I haven't seen an eclipse in my life. I'm blind.
Yeah, no, there was another picture I even literally had here, but time caught up to us.
Earth is stationary. What? Why are we even talking about this sad life? The position of the stars don't change. With
do you know that the
seasons.
people on
I've cracked
YouTube
it.
actually can't hear you? I just realized.
Oh, I thought we off air already. Oh,
Nah, we've been on.
oh, sorry guys.
And you were gonna say, ja, ik heb jou gezegd, Zeeks.
No, actually, I couldn't be bothered. Everyone's going to think what they think. Others are saying the Earth is stationary. I don't even know why we're talking about this. This one says the position of the stars don't change with seasons. I've tracked it. And I've seen pictures like that where you can literally time-lapse the sun. Not the sun, the stars. And you see it go around. But that's for another day. This one says, gee, she actually thinks the Earth is stationary. But the Earth is flat. We just think different. Release wind, yeah, it happens to me also.
You got that recorded though, eh?
Yes, I'm going through it now.
Yeah, I
It's not
think.
like a fart.
It's a lot. I can't go through everything.
But if you
Alright, guys.
got it recorded, we'll check it out.
There's a bunch of other. I still had another picture here. One of the pictures I wanted to use, but time is already against us. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for everyone that commented and everyone that jumped in. Don't worry. We just get a little bit excited, but it's all love at the end of the day. The AV gotta play.
Facts,
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. See you on the next one. Love you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Compass points you anywhere.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to it.
Good morning to the folks. What up to the youngins and bless up to the world.
And then Tay just put your info on blast like that.
It's what the people want to know, bro. My bad.
Nah, bro.
Climb